So I see this picture on Facebook. It says something like, time is like a river. Time is like a river. It moves past you and then it's gone, and you can never touch that water again. So enjoy each moment. And it's a great sentiment. You know, enjoy every moment, because this moment is going to be here and then disappear. But this idea is also very limiting in that it allows for loss. Something that we love disappears, including life itself. Every moment is here and then it disappears. Every life is here and then it disappears, which creates a lot of fear. So I thought about it for a moment. You know, again, I'm looking at this picture that says time is like a river, and the water touches you and then it moves on and it's gone. So, you know, and it can never be back again. So enjoy every moment of your life. But the river, the water in the river goes from the river to the sea, from the sea up in the sky, and then it falls to earth once more, falls upon the mountains, flows into the rivers, and flows past me once more. And so once again, I touch the water, and it's the same water. Not only is it the same water, but I am the water, and the water is me. We're connected, just like the air that we breathe. We breathe in, we breathe out, and we breathe it in again, and we breathe it out. And the air never disappears, it's always here. Just like the water, it never disappears, it's always here. And we're always here, and every moment is always here. We're always here. Because there's this cycle, a circle, a wheel that keeps moving, the wheel of fortune. And so the wheel is spinning and turning, and we've lost sight of our origin, the center of the wheel. We've lost sight of that. And we find ourselves on the outside of the wheel, this circle that is ever expanding through thought and ideas. And there we are, we're on the outside of the wheel, just hanging on. We're hanging on. And it's scary because we don't know where we're going to land. Where is the wheel going to stop? We try to master the wheel. We try to learn to steer the wheel. But ultimately, the wheel is beyond our control. Until we find our center. Until we return to the center of the wheel. where we're part of the eternal, the infinite, the wheel of infinite possibilities that just keeps getting wider and bigger, originating at the source. And in that center, is the eternal now. If you think of the center of a clock, the hands are moving. But if the clock stops, the hands are frozen in a certain position. But at the center is always there. So when we're not centered, we always feel like we have to get from here to there. You know, and we're here, and there is further down the wheel, and we're always chasing. You know, we're always chasing it. we're at 1 o'clock, and we're chasing something at 4 o'clock, and the whole thing keeps turning, and 1 o'clock never gets any closer to 4 o'clock. But in the center of the clock is all time. We don't have to get from here to there when we're at the center of the wheel. It's always there. And it includes extension in all directions, every possibility. And when we're creative, we're opening up. We're returning to our center. We're returning to the source where all possibilities originate from. And we're open to it. And then the artistic process begins of being able to communicate the infinite and the eternal, the infinite possibilities, to be able to communicate that and express it to others in a way that others can relate. Maybe you stimulate something and they relate. You stimulate, they relate. You stimulate, we relate. You stimulate, we relate. And that's the artistic expression. And the creative process is just being open to the eternal, to the infinite. But again, when we're on the outside of the wheel where we usually find ourselves, you know, that wheel starts spinning and we gradually move further and further from the center. And the outside of the wheel just keeps expanding. And so we're just rolling along and there's all these wonderful places that we can find ourselves in. But we can also find ourselves in places that are very horrible. Places we don't want to be. We're afraid of where we're going. We're afraid of what we're losing. We're afraid that this water that we're feeling so good in is going to pass by and we'll never have it again. So we can only enjoy this moment and then it's going to be gone. But it's never gone. All we need to do is return to the source. And how do we get to the source? In stillness. You might want to say slow down, Although I've often found in these transcendental states, while it's slowing down, it's more of a complete stillness, but in that stillness, there's this sensation of incredible speed, like a buzz, like a very high vibration. But whatever it is, to return to the center, to remember the center, to remember our center, we can close our eyes, we can breathe. We can let go of thought. Even if it's only a fraction of a second, it doesn't make any difference, because we're entering the timeless. So to return to the center, we breathe, we surrender, we may have some type of experience with a shaman. There may be an experience facilitated by psychedelics. It may come through nighttime dreams. But at some point in this cycle of life, and not only life, but lives, at some point, we just have to get off the wheel, get off the spinning wheel, so to speak. Although we're not getting off at all. But we're getting off the edge, you know. We're not hanging on, you know, we're not screaming, hey, what's going on here? Get me off, and spinning around, you know. It's not like that, you know. You're not getting off, you're getting off the edge. Returning to the center. And in the center, knowing all. Knowing all. And if we can really get into the center, then who knows where you can go from there. I was waiting for her to wake up. And she was awake all along, waiting for me to wake up. She was waiting for me to wake up. I was always here. I never went anywhere, said the Queen of Wands. I was always here. crazy stuff happens out there on the edge of the wheel. And it's wonderful. It's exciting. Frightening. Exciting, frightening. Scary and merry. Beautiful, ugly. At the center, I see it all, and it all makes sense. Because it just is. There are just these infinite possibilities. Where do I wish to be? Where do I wish to be? Close your eyes. Close your eyes and see yourself exactly where you wish to be right now. Where you wish to be may be where you're already at, and that's awesome. But perhaps there's a few things in that moment that you'd like to change. Like maybe your life is really awesome right now, but maybe you know someone who's having a rough time, so instead of seeing your life as you think it is right now, see it as you wish it to be. That your life's awesome, plus that person's life is also good. See yourself in a world that you wish to see yourself in. Perhaps a world of peace and joy and abundance. See yourself as you wish to be right now. See yourself specifically where you wish to be. Know that it is so. Know that it is so. And then let it go. And then return. Breathe in, breathe out. Return to your ultimate state of being. Where do you wish to be? See it as so. Don't worry about if it makes any sense. Because in this center are all possibilities. The most impossible things can happen. Things you haven't even thought of. Dreams you haven't even dreamt. But all the dreams that you have dreamt, your most sacred, precious dreams, certainly exist in this. You've already seen them. You've already seen it. So see it now. See it. Believe in it, you know? Just return to your center. And look outward. At all the things that you remember, all the things that you've heard about, read about, books you've read, movies you've seen, dreams you've had. See it all out there. And be right at the center. And know that it's all there, it's all there, it's all there. Just be aware that it's all there. And see it And know that exactly where you want to be, who you want to be with, the world that you want to be in, your absolute dream life. Know that it's there and see it, and don't give up on it. Don't give up on it. Unstoppable faith, man. Unstoppable faith. Believe, see. See means yes. Just say yeah. Just say see. I see it to be so. See, it is so. I see it to be so. So what do you see? See it. Close your eyes and see it. Close your eyes and see it. All the things that we're doing all the time, all the efforts that we're making, it's all great. But the reality is, where you're trying to get to, it's already there. And one day you'll just find yourself there. And you can look back and you can say, oh, it's because I took step A to step B to step C. I did this, I did that. And that's great. It's a nice story. But you can even change that story. You can change history. But it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is where you are. And all of a sudden one day you find yourself exactly where it is you wish to be. And that's all that matters. It doesn't matter how you got there. The how is just a story. So where you're at right now, it's just a story. It doesn't matter how you got to where you're at right now. Look around your room. Look at where you are. Think about what you do every day. Think about the friends that you have. You can go into all the stories, how you met, how you found each other, how you found this, how you discovered that. But it doesn't matter. All that matters is that these are the people in your life. This is where you live. This is where you're at. So see yourself where you really want to be at. Because if you're on that wheel and you're at 1 o'clock and what you desire is at 4 o'clock, as the hands are turning, 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock are still going to be in the same spot. But in the center of the wheel, in the center is it all. And the only way that we get there is to be there. Without need, the idea of needing keeps us from being, keeps us from seeing. Because when we're in need, we're telling ourselves that we're at 1 o'clock and what we want is at 4 o'clock. No need to need. Always remember that. No need to need. Just be. Just be and see. Just see and be. Believe. But no need to need, because then we're always in a state of need. So return to your center. Be observant of all that is around you. The nighttime dreams, the daydreams, the memories, all that you see to be real in your day-to-day life. Observe all that. All possibilities, whether it seems to be a memory or a dream of the future, it's all the same thing. It's all something that we're telling ourselves is somewhere else rather than here in the center. And in the center is all possibilities. All your nighttime dreams, all your memories, all your visions. Every beautiful vision, every scary nightmare. It's all there. And all you need to do is see what you wish to see and find yourself there. Journey to the center. Journey to the center of the earth. Journey to the center of the circle. Be at the center. The origin. Return to the origin. And in that origin, in that center, is all. Not just that one spot on the outside of the circle that you've been hanging on to. That you've been hanging on to like so crazy, just hanging on, hanging on, hanging on. Hanging on to what? Something that's always there anyway. Trying to hold on to this water flowing by in the river because it feels so good. When that water is going to return to you and always be with you in this endless circle.